Hey, Dr. J here with another episode of Janine's Justifiables. And I am back picking up my series on parenthood and parenting. And today I'm going to talk about decisions as a parent. A few weeks ago, I was invited to be a guest speaker for some youth. And my topic was about decisions, but I surrounded the topic of decisions for youth. And afterwards, a few of the parents came up to me and said, that was really good, even for me as a parent. And then I started to think, how do I tailor this message to parents directly? And so I started to think about what the main purpose of the topic was. And it was basically, people say all the time, my life, my decision, which if that's what you believe, fine. But that's not always true, especially as a parent. It's not just your life, your decision, because you are making decisions for other people's lives, such as your children. And if you start to think that your decision is not going to affect them, you are sadly mistaken, right? So what we as parents have to do is we can't think from a singular perspective. We are no longer just making decisions for us. We have to consider our children as top priority. And so there's a couple of things that I want to talk about as I discuss this real quick. Number one, always consider your children, right? We make decisions for our kids as far as what we want to cook for dinner or what kind of clothes we buy for them until they are able to make decisions for themselves, right? But you got to consider so many other things, right? As far as like what neighborhoods that you want to live in, if you even have a choice, right? Sometimes we don't have a choice because our finances won't let us go live where we want to live, right? But that doesn't mean because you can't live in the neighborhood that you want to, the neighborhood that you live in now, you can't make good choices, right? Such as friends for your kids, activities for your kids. You want to make sure that they are safe, number one, right? That is a choice that you have to make as far as letting them be friends with certain people. Now, you can't control all the time that that's my friend. Oh, I'm going over so-and-so's house. The older they get, the more you can't control that. But as young children, right, when you're putting values and goals and stuff into them, you want to always consider how you protect them, right? That is a decision that you make, right? Doesn't always, unfortunately, we do everything we can to try to protect our children, but sometimes the decisions we make put them in harm's way. Number two, what is the consequences of your choices, right? Because like I said to start, your choices don't just affect you. They affect everyone in your household, right? So if you make a decision that you want to do something specific and you're not even considering your kids, then that could be a problem. That could be a problem for so many reasons. It could wind up being a financial issue. It could wind up being a medical issue. It could wind up being a mental health issue. It could wind up being a psychological, like so many things. It could be a spiritual issue, right? Consider the decisions you are making for your children because it will affect them. For yourself too, it will affect them. Number three, don't make a final decision just on what looks good now, right? Some people go out as a parent. Don't I deserve to be happy? Don't I deserve to do? You sure do. You do. But not at the cost of your kids. You don't. You don't. You want to go date old boy. He married. His wife going to show up at your door. You are putting your kids in harm's way. Or you feeling depressed and you want to say, oh, I'm going to go buy me a Gucci bag. Now, you know darn well the first of the month is coming and you got to pay rent and you already a month behind. And so you say, well, I deserve something better for me. for me. I deserve this. And so you go ahead and buy that Gucci bag, and now they come knocking on your door. It doesn't just affect you, right? Or you go out, you want to take your money, you know you got to buy groceries. You want to take your money. I feel my number. 722 about to come out tonight. Go ahead and play 722 tonight. And your kid's going to be looking crazy, hungry. You got to make decisions, wise decisions, because they don't just affect you. And number 4, most importantly, do not make a decision that will cost your children you. Don't do it. And what I mean by that, if it's illegal, don't do it. Now, I get it. We be needing money. I be counting my pennies too. But I'm not going to do nothing that's going to put me in jeopardy that my children are going to lose me. They ain't going to lose me physically. That I ain't going to jail. None of that. Because I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about them. And that goes back to don't make a decision because it looks good now. You need money. Hey, somebody come up to you because somebody, listen, that's how the world works. You need some money. Here come Mr. Johnny. You could do some exchange for a little change. You sure could. Or, hey, just go drop this off for me real quick. I give you 2 G's. Just go ahead, right across the street. Just drop it off for me. Okay. And you be the one that get caught up. You. And you go to jail. And now you got to figure out from behind bars how to get your kids together. So please always consider your children first. And I'll talk to you on the next go round.